Hi. Jealous Guy here. Also known as Breaking NCS. Also known as Nintendo Capri Sun. I have so many names, it's just unreal. I hope you don't mind me calling myself Jealous Guy again. I just kind of feel like, you know, well, I mean, these days I don't have any reason to call myself that anymore. Because I'm not jealous anymore, you know, of the rest of the world. Like I was before. And sure, it shouldn't be. I shouldn't have been before, to tell you the truth, but anyway, beside all that, tomorrow's the big day. Well, first of all, it's been a really long time since I made a video, like an actual just sit down and talk video. And I really need to do more of these because I know people miss it. So, I forgot how to do this. Oh, yeah. I got the Shining on over here, so, that'll be there for your listening pleasure. But, in the meantime, got you sitting on top of a pile of hefty... They're not Dixie cups, they're hefty cups, but... They're good for storing water. And this has been the most boring video in the history of anything. So tomorrow's the big day. Hopefully I get my internet back. And if you're seeing this video tomorrow, August 8th, 2014, then that means they got it back for me. Because if they get it back, I'll put this video up tomorrow. If they don't, then whatever day this video goes up is probably the day that I got it back. But, I'll tell you, it's been a pain in the hassle. Or rather, a pain in the asshole. Take your pick either way. It's pretty much equally true. Here's what happened, basically. I've had, like, these last two conventions that I went to. Well, these last two that I was scheduled to go to. Was Con Bravo and Comic-Con. But I got so sick of Con Bravo that I ended up having to cut out of Comic-Con. So the night that or the morning actually that I left to take off to go to Con Bravo, that was July 17th. That was the last time my internet was up, except for like one instance where it was up for a few hours. And that was like July 22nd or something, I don't even know. But today is August 7th, so... But basically the story of it, and those of you who watch my Twitter already know this story, but what the hell, I'll tell it again. Just because stories are fun to tell, and what else are you going to do? Now, I'm not going to say who my provider is, because most people already know, and I'm not here to badmouth any companies or anything like that. So it was, what, July 17th? That morning I woke up and saw that the internet was down, but there was nothing I could really do about it, because I had to take off on a plane later that day anyway, so... I figured, what the hell, it'll be back up when I get home. So I come back home on July 21st, and it's still down. But by that point, I'd already lost my voice. Actually, I don't think I actually lost my voice till a couple of days after that. But I was just so sick that I didn't feel like getting out of the bed. Much less calling up some company and have them, you know, sending people over here so that I could give it to them, too. So I decided to wait till I got better. So by the time I got better, it was practically the end of the month. So I called them then, and they said they would send a technician like the next day. And that technician never showed up. So I wasn't sure if maybe it was because my phone wasn't ringing, or maybe I was overslept or something. So I have to make sure not to oversleep tomorrow when they come. They're going to be here at like 9 or 10. They're going to call a half hour in advance. So that means I need to be up at 8:30. So probably want to go ahead and have my breath, you know, eaten before they come. So make sure to have my breath down before they come. So I don't have to eat my breath, which is my pacoo. So I'll be doing that at like 8 o'clock, watching game shows, whatever. That's what I've been doing all this time when the internet's been down. I've been watching game shows. So I don't take advantage of the cable much. So I got the cable phone and internet package, and I never use the cable. Like, I never just turn the TV on to see what's on. I spend all my time on the internet just doing shit on there, watching YouTube. Like, jeez, man. But anyway. If you know what game show that's from, you're crazy. So all this time I've been like, are they gonna show like his face with his mouth wide open, or did they already show that? They already showed it. Shoot. It's scary when they show the little boy and he's like, it's scary, man. See, it's scarier when he's laying on his side in the bed. Because, like, you don't know if he's actually seeing that, or if he's seeing it, like, right out there in front of him. Or if he opens his eyes and that's all he can see. Or whatever it is, and it's scary. I don't know, man. I probably already talked about that in the video before. I'm never going to get anywhere in this video if I don't get to talking. So anyway. So it turned out the technician wasn't coming that day, so I called him up again, like, last Monday, which today is Thursday. I called him on Monday, earlier this week, and told him about everything that had happened, and told him that the phone was now down along with the internet. So I never used that phone either, though. I don't know why I don't just take that all down. And just get, like, separate cable and internet or something like that. Anyway. So yeah, now the phone is down with the internet, so... Anyway, so I gave him the same number as I gave him last time, my cell phone number. So there's really no reason why the same thing couldn't happen this time. But I also gave him my sister's number as like a backup number, so that if I don't answer, they can call her to confirm that I'm here. Which is stupid, because she doesn't even live here. How would she know that I was here? But they have to have somebody to call to confirm that you're there, you know? They wouldn't believe it if I just told them I was here 24 hours a day. I couldn't just say that. Because anybody could say that. They'd say, well, yeah, I'm going to be here, and then, of course, they're not. Of course, how do I know I'm going to be here? You know, I could wake up in the middle of the night, have it all yellow, and drive myself to the hospital. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway. Just these fancy hand motions, I tell you. So, anyway, so it's supposed to be coming tomorrow, Friday, so... And that's like 12 hours from now, so... Hopefully I'll have my internet back and I'll be able to put this video up and things will be good. The only problem is, like, this camera that I'm using right now, is I'm using an SD card to put my footage on. Like, it goes right into the camera. And it also goes into my laptop, and it also goes into my computer. But last time I plugged it into my computer, it didn't, like, acknowledge it. The computer didn't sense that I was putting anything in there. So I'm like, what? So hopefully it senses it next time. Because I don't want to have to go through the trouble of, like, moving something from my SD card to my laptop, and then from my laptop to my computer, just to upload it. I mean, I can always upload it from the laptop, I guess. That wouldn't be such a huge deal, I guess. I just don't want to edit it on the laptop, that's the thing. Because it takes longer, because my graphics card on this computer is, like, amazing. Graphics card on the laptop, not so much, but then that's to be expected. So, yeah, there's that. This is my business card, by the way, if I ever showed you this. It's Nintendo Capri Sun. We've upped our standards, so up yours. I stole that line from a radio station. I don't remember which one it was. I want to say it was like 99 Rock down in Georgia. So, whatever. They call myself a video game commentator, I don't know. So, that was that. Otherwise, let's see, what else is going on? What else have I been doing lately? I haven't really told you about. Playing Little Plants vs. Zombies again, trying to get achievements, basically, for Steam. Trying to build up a bunch of Steam achievements. And so I've been playing a lot of Steam games. Of course, you already knew that. I was playing, like, Cloudberry Kingdom and Stanley Parable at one point. I got a few more. I got Secrets of Grindia. Or Grindia. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but... That's turned out to be a pretty cool game, so I'm pretty anxious to show that off. And, let's see. Oh, yeah. I guess I can show you these. Let's see here. I don't know if you're able to see this, but, something else that I've been drinking, trying to drink more of instead of Coke lately, are these naked drinks. And then there's one right there, and this is a Kale Blazer here. So basically this contains like 13 raspberries, 11 strawberries, 3 cranberries, 1.5 apples, 1/2 pomegranate, 1/3 of an orange, half of a banana, 7 red grapes, 2 milligrams of vitamin B6, 6 micro something of vitamin B12, 20 mg vitamin C, 8 grams of flax seed, 84 milligrams of omega-3 from flax, 780 milligrams of potassium, and 5 grams of fiber. Oh, I didn't realize they had fiber in these things too. That's good. See, the problem is they have carbs in them. They have 21 grams of carbohydrates, which is actually a lot. Because, I mean, you look at a Coke bottle, I mean, a 20-ounce Coke has the same carbohydrates as this does. That same thing here. Well, this one's actually got 31 grams. The fruit one's got 31 grams. I'm like, holy shit, dude, I didn't realize that until about a month ago. I've been drinking them for like 2 or 3 months now. But I need to be more diligent about it, so I started writing, actually, 3 days ago. I started writing on my calendar every time I drink one, so I can keep track of how many I'm actually drinking. I guess technically you're supposed to drink one of each per day, but usually I drink like a half of one and half of the other, or a quarter of one and half of the other, or something like that. So yeah, and I gotta tell you, Kale Blazer, it's pretty nasty. I've gotten accustomed to the red machine. I didn't like it at first, but I've actually grown to like it, which is surprising, because I used to have to hold my nose to drink these things. Now I can finally drink them without holding my nose. I mean, the Kale Blazer, I still have to deliberately not breathe through my nose. After I swallow it, I have to like, you know, I have to mouth breathe for a little bit so that doesn't go up my nose. Because the moment it goes up my nose, then that gag reflex wants to kick in. And it's just like, ugh. See, when I saw how much, the thing is I didn't notice that they had the carbs in them, so I was kind of like thinking, well, so maybe it really would be a better idea just to go ahead and get a blender. You know, say to hell with it, just get a blender. So I can pick my own vegetables, get some asparagus, get some, whatever, lettuce, just a bunch of crap, throw it together and throw it in there and drink it up. It's so much easier to drink it. I mean, I would eat vegetables, but, you know, when you have dentures, it's hard to chew them. Like when I was eating out at MagFest and I got that salmon plate and I had the asparagus on there, I was trying to eat it, I put a piece of it in my mouth that was not even this big. It was like the size of maybe 3 M&Ms. I put that thing in my mouth, I chewed it for literally 2 minutes and it just wouldn't, like, come apart. I couldn't get it to come apart enough to swallow it, and I was like, jeez. Eventually I just had to spit it back out into a napkin, so I don't know if I absorbed any vitamins or anything from that, but... So there's that, so I've been drinking those, and that's something. Definitely been feeling it too, so still could stand to drink a little less Coke, but I'm doing better than I was. I mean, I don't drink all Coke now like I used to. Like, I won't drink Coke for like the first 3 or 4 hours of the day now, because I just have no desire for it then. My desire comes later in the day, like around lunchtime. Coke just doesn't go with breakfast. There is no breakfast food that I can think of that Coke actually goes good with. Because, like, it doesn't go good with cereal because it clashes with the milk. And it doesn't go good with any kind of fruits or vegetables because what's the point, first of all? You know, it's like it's going to cause you to not absorb any of the vitamins and all from them. Which is going to, I guess it's going to do that anyway, but I don't know. Traveling, yeah, I talked about that already. I talked about the AC. I did get a new AC. I haven't put it in yet because I haven't needed to. Because it hasn't been hot enough for me to need to yet. So I still got it sitting in the box over there. Actually, I could probably show you something else. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Wait a minute, let me get the chair out of the way. Because I meant to show this to you like a long time ago. This giant quilt somebody made for me. And I'm actually using it too. I don't know how much of it you're going to be able to see. Because I don't think I can show all of it. But this is like, this is half of it anyway. Yeah, right now. Yeah, I can't go any higher. But, yeah, it's an entire blanket of Yoshi. The entire Yoshi sprite is there. Like, there's a blanket for all of it. I also got the new mic. Which, blah, 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 blah. Thing, too, the little pop filter. So I got that attached to my desk here. Who would have thought I'd ever get this ambitious? I'm still kind of playing around with the settings on that because I'm still not sure that it sounds as good as my other one did. Like, it's clear, it sounds more muddled, but it's getting better. Like, I turned the gain down a little bit because I was picking up the AC in the background big time. But oh well, so I got a new mic, so that's good. See what else. I'm not sure what I'm doing as far as LPs go, like any new LPs. Because I'm kind of at a crossroads right now. Ni no Kuni's about to be done. I have Super Star Wars and Life Force as a couple of future LPs. They're both like gonna be really short though. Basically really short games. Super Star Wars is 5 parts long. Life Force is 3 parts long, so those will be done in no time. Ni no Kuni's looking like it's gonna be done by part 130 or so. Then I got that recorded up to part 126 and a half. I got half of 127, but I'm missing. So I had to stop recording because I didn't know what to do. Like, I mean, I thought I found all the portals, and he said, no, there's more of them out there. And I'm like, well, shit. Because it doesn't give you, like, a list of them and tell you where they are. So I went around looking for them, you know, and eventually it was so boring doing that I fell asleep with the controller in my hands. Like, literally. That dungeon music that they use for, like, every single dungeon in the game, you know, is, you know, that do-do-do. Just instant sleepification. So yeah, I was like halfway up the fire mountain, Old Smoky. Because the thing is, I thought I'd already done them all. Can't imagine where else there would be one. But I guess I just need to keep looking. So normally I would just look it up online, but I have no internet, you know. So it's like fuck. So you go all the way to Tom's Diner and spend 2 hours sitting in there just to look up one little thing. So yeah, I mean, normally I would just go over there with my laptop and look it up because they got free Wi-Fi in there, but I feel bad coming in there just using the Wi-Fi. Like, you would think that free Wi-Fi would be like for customers only, you know. Don't come in there and just mooch off their internet, at least order something. You know, so I always order something when I go in there, so now I was in here eating fast food every day for the last 2 weeks. Because it's the only way I can get any internet, you know, so it's like, ugh. So I had to go in there yesterday to look up some Life Force trivia, because I didn't have enough trivia about the game, and apparently I picked up quite a bit. Makes me glad that I did it. Yeah, so like I said earlier, because I have no internet now, I'm sitting here watching game shows most of the day, the Game Show Network, and it's been pretty fun. Most of the good stuff is on in the morning. It gets to a point in the afternoon where like all they do is play Family Feud for the rest of the day, and it's just like, oh, Family Feud, enough already. I mean, Family Feud is a great show, don't get me wrong, especially the Steve Harvey ones, but man, I tell you, they sit there and play like today, they were playing it all the way from like 3 all the way to 9. It's like, really? I don't know. And they have this show called like The Chase, which I'm pretty sure I'd seen that trending on Twitter recently. But I had no idea if they were talking about the movie The Chase, which is actually really good, by the way, or some kind of show. I don't know. They're talking about a game show. I didn't know game shows actually trended still in this world. Or that anybody even watched them. But apparently, I guess they do. I don't know. But anyway. So that show's pretty interesting. It's interesting to watch that. And, they have Shop Till You Drop, but they don't have Supermarket Sweep, which is weird. Because we used to watch those two every day, back to back. Supermarket Sweep and Shop Till You Drop, man. And I used to hate it too. I got so sick of that. Oh my god, I got so sick of those TV shows. Nowadays, it's like, man, I wish I could watch them just to bring back the memories. I mean, this is like 1994 we're talking about here. As a matter of fact, I used to watch Sale of the Century, like in the summer of '94. I used to make a lot of tapes then. Because I just graduated high school, I had nothing else to do. So I just sat around making tapes. And on one of the tapes, I was talking about Sale of the Century. Because there was this guy named Michael, and he had won like several times in a row on the show. And each time you win, you build up your money that you've accrued throughout the show. And you have to get like so-and-so amount of money before you win the jackpot. Like you have to get to $750 to win the grand prize of $100 grand plus all the other prizes. Otherwise, you can stop at a certain prize on the way up and just take it and run. But if you think you can win the next day, then you put it back. They add $1,000 to the bank, to the grand prize basically, and then you come back the next day, and if you can win again, you get closer to that $750 total. But most days, to win, it only takes like 100 points to win. So you'd have to win like 7 or 8 episodes in a row to get up to 750. You know, well, this guy named Michael, that's what I was watching back in 1994 on Sale of the Century. This guy named Michael was doing really well, and he was up to like the 600s. He was this close to getting the grand prize, and I was cheering him on because he was really good. Like, I watched him today, and I remembered why I liked him so much, because he wasn't that great during the regular show, but when he got to that speed round at the end, he would just bang him out like freaking hell, like nothing else in this world. So it was really weird, because this morning I was watching, and Sale of the Century came on, and wouldn't you know it, there he was, and I couldn't believe it. It was the first time I'd seen the guy in 21 years. Well, 20 years now, actually. 20 years ago. Right about the same time of year, too. And so here I was on these tapes talking about this guy. This college guy is what I call him. I said he's a college guy. And I was watching him gradually get up there, and I wanted to see him win it. Because how rarely do you get to see that? To see someone win 8 episodes in a row. Because you never know who they're going to get on there. Well, eventually he goes up against this lady named Alice. And she just mops the floor with him this one day. And I hated her so much for it. Because I wanted to see him win that grand prize, and then she turned around and won it. And beat him on this one episode. And I was on that tape, I was so mad about it, I was saying, how much do you want to bet she comes back the next day and loses? Well, as it turns out, she went on to win the next several episodes, enough to actually win the grand prize herself. So that was sort of gratifying, but I still hated her. Even though she did win the prize, I still hated her because she never bought anything. Like throughout the show, you get these points for answering questions, but every now and then they'll offer you something for so many points, like, well, dollars basically. You get $5 for a right answer, and you start at 20. So you'll be up like in the middle of the show, and maybe you'll have $40, the other guy has 30, and the third person has 20. And then they'll come up with this prize, and they'll say, like, this lawnmower can be yours for the low price of $5. And if you choose to, you can spend 5 of your dollars to buy the lawnmower, and then it's yours forever. And all that happens is you go down to 35 on the score. The other person has 30, third person has 20, so you're still ahead, you know. And this lady, this Alice lady, like, they made so many deals, and she didn't buy a single one of them the entire time on the show, and it drove me crazy. It's like, it's bad enough you knocked Michael out of there, and now you're not buying a single one of these, even though you know you're going to kill these people anyway. Even though you know you're going to kick their asses. It's like, I don't know, man. So, I don't know how far he is now from that point on the show, because I don't remember each episode. So I'm dreading that episode when he goes up against Alice. I'm just going to be like, oh my god, I can't even look at her. I've been practicing a little bit on the keyboard. Let's see if, I gotta set up on this chair over here. The problem is that my keyboard adapter, for whatever reason, like, doesn't stay plugged in back here. And it comes out on its own, you know, so you can't keep the power on. So it always turns off by itself. It's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, see, it's not turning. Oh, wait, it's not plugged in. Hang on a second. Okay, I guess it is working after all. So, yeah, I haven't learned to play much. Just this one thing here. It's like, no, that's not it. That's not. That sounded like Zelda's lullaby for a second there. That's basically all I've got so far, is just the simple part. It's really pretty simple, but I don't know how to play like 2 parts at the same time though. I can never do that. Like, once I get to something where I have to do that, that's where I pretty much stop trying, because it's like I just can't. I don't know. I just can't do it. So maybe I could do it if I tried to. I used to be able to play the Force of Illusion. I was pretty good at that. But Yeah, it's it is what it is. And there's some cheese balls here. Okay, this video's gone way too long, so I'm going to stop it here, and I'll hopefully have some more videos for you come here pretty soon. Actually got a whole folder on my laptop here, or my monitor. It's called Ready for Breaking NCS. So, and this is what's in it. I'll go ahead and show you, just so you can have some idea here what may or may not be coming here. We have Con Bravo videos, 3 of those. I say 4 red lights. That's me running 4 red lights in a row. I may or may not ever put that up. I probably will eventually. These are 2 Kentucky videos that I recorded when I went to my grandpa's funeral in March. Still have those. This is Chugga talking to Siri. I recorded that like I think over a year ago now. And I still have it on here. This is my vlog about Cookie Clicker. And then this one over here, Bad Day. I don't know if I'm going to put this up or not because I don't know if it's good form to. Basically, I was sitting in the bathroom taking a dump at a restaurant in Canada. This was also at Con Bravo. And there was a guy in there on his cell phone, and he was talking to a friend of his. And he kept saying all these things like, you don't care about me, or what kind of a friend are you to, you know, say that. And he was like talking about suicide, saying, yes, I do want to kill myself. And how do you feel to know that that's your fault? He was just going off on this guy. So I recorded it not because I thought it was funny, but because I thought it was interesting. I thought it was one of those things where it's like, oh, you think you're having a bad day? Listen to this guy. So that's an interesting effect my monitor is having on the camera there. Not sure what to make of that. So where are we at on The Shining here? They're running through the snow. This is my piano. And my spider and Paper Mario 2. Zelda. I'm kind of just trying to get things organized. Here's my laptop there. Tape recorder, still got that sitting out here. There's my new box of DVD. That's my new AC actually that I bought. You can't see it, but it says 6,000 BTU. The one that I have in there is actually 5,000 BTU, so it's a little bit more powerful. Yeah, I think we'll stop it on that image. See you guys later. Saturday.